Is it all that you needed from this? I hope it meant anything, anything.
What's good, YouTube? Rayquaza2094 here, getting ready to upload this battle right here. It was versus Ray Palmel. I don't know how to say his last name, but I'll leave a link to his channel in the description. So this was originally a Frontier Rain battle, but he brought in 3OU, so it pretty much just became a regular battle. So you know, stuff is fun. So it turns out he's going to be running one of my least favorite sets of Porygon 2, which is the Thunder Wave set, just because it really annoys me. And I'm going to have to get DK out there and heal him up later. And then right here I'm like, oh, I brought in the wrong Aerodactyl, because this one doesn't have the taunt yet, which kind of, you know, sucks for sure, because I could have completely stopped this Porygon 2 if I had the taunt, but now I had to be in a rush and get the wrong one, so that sucks. So yeah, I'm pretty much just going to sacrifice this Aerodactyl, go for the Stone Edge, not expecting a lot to be done. I was kind of mostly hoping for a crit, actually. He finished me off with Ice Beam. I'm just going to put in DK and avoid this Charge Beam like a boss, and go for the Flare Blitz, which is going to do pretty good amount of damage, but he's going to recover. And I do believe I get the Parahax, which is admittedly the only time in this entire match that I ever get the Parahax, strangely enough. So yeah, I go for another Flare Blitz, which does, yeah, pretty good amount of damage, but, you know, against this Porygon 2, it's just going to stop working. So I decided to switch in Gundam C, hoping to kind of, you know, make him slightly scared. And it does work, because, you know, he's fearing that Choice Bandit's superpower and stuff. And he's going to go into Fortress, which is the one he originally wanted to get rid of, but, you know, he forgot to, so it's whatever. And had this Fortress not been here, it might have been slightly easier for me to take out his team, but, you know, it just happened. So I put in Redemption, which, yeah, he's going to get up the Stealth Rocks, which I guess kind of helps him out. So yeah, you know, that's going to blow. And he is going to predict my HP Fire and go into Gastrodon, unfortunately, because Gastrodon takes it like a boss, which, yeah, reminds me, I should get a Gastrodon. And yeah, pretty much, I'm just going to switch out into Gundam C, because I know I can pretty much wall this Gastrodon with Gundam C. I'm not really too afraid of Gastrodon. And it is going to make him fear and switch out. But guess what? I put on my prediction pants and went for a U-turn, expecting him to switch out. So, yeah, pretty much I just get to go back into Redemption, who is going to take some Stealth Rocks damage now, which completely sucks. And right here I thought maybe he wanted to stay in to sacrifice the Fortress, but it turns out he wants to keep the Fortress for later, so he puts in Gastrodon, which is pretty much going to suck. So yeah, pretty much right here I'm like, okay, Gastrodon is going to be a thorn in my side. I need to find some way to get rid of it. So right here I go into Killjoy, just because I know I can pretty much take these hits like a boss. But I do get burned, which is going to suck, because that pretty much hampers down any of Cressilia's pretty much life per turn. So now it pretty much looks like I'm going to be stuck into going for Luna Dance, because that's my best choice as of now. But I don't want to exactly do that right yet, so I decided to go into Cure. I'm expecting a Volt Switch or something. Mostly because, you know, Volt Switch would make sense because he's trying to scout and get out of there. So yeah, the Washroom's going to leave, which is kind of a bummer because I kind of really want to take it out. And he's going to put in his Gallade, which I'm just going to Ice Beam and get lucky, get the Freeze Hacks, which is what I was hoping for. So that is going to be nice. It's going to force him to switch. He's going to go into Porygon 2 and get up pressure. And I just go for another Ice Beam just to get in some damage. Also slightly hoping that maybe I get another freeze hex if I was that lucky, but of course I'm not that lucky. So right here I go into Killjoy to absorb this Thunder Wave because I know I'm not going to get T-Wave. And I just go for this Lunar Dance to heal up Darmanitan because, well, that'd be nice. Pretty much, because Darmanitan really kind of needs healed because it is a good counter to most of his team. So right here I get fully healed except for the Stealth Rocks that's going to occur later. Which makes Lunar Dancing Cresselia a really, really nice set. So I go for the U-turn because I decided, you know, at this point in the game, Kyurem's not going to serve as much purpose to me as I had once hoped. So pretty much, let's let Kyurem be the one who gets sacrificed later on. And yeah, pretty much get Thunder Wave, which is going to suck because I am a Scarf set. And I'm just going to Ice Beam continuously, hoping for Freeze Hex or something. Maybe I get that lucky, but it turns out that I never did. So we're going to just go like 8 or so turns doing this same thing, which, you know, is going to be very, very repetitive. But, you know, I was hoping for Freeze Hex, and I didn't really want him to get a free recovery. So I go for an Ice Beam, knowing that he's pretty much going to recover. I get a crit, but it doesn't quite take out the Porygon 2, which pretty much, you know, sucks, because if Porygon 2 had been gone, that just would have been very nice for me. So continuously through this, it's just going to be Ice Beam and recover until I run out of Ice Beam, which unfortunately is going to be somewhat soon due to the fact that he pretty much took my pressure and made it his own. So that's just, yeah, not fun at all, because it means I get less Ice Beams. So right here, I run out of Ice Beams, and I decide to switch into DK, expecting to go for a recover or Thunder Wave, but it turns out he would have gone for a Charge Beam, which, yeah, pretty much kind of sucks, because I could have gotten Choice Banded Scizor and finished off whatever. So that is going to be enough to KO the Gallade, which I pretty much just take damage. And I figured he was a Scarf set switching in, but, you know, at this point, Darmanitan was kind of useless because it wasn't doing enough to the Porygon 2 to actually make it useful. So I put in Redemption knowing that he is going to be fearing a Psyshock, especially since he can't hit me with his Earth Power. So I go for a Psyshock into this Gastrodon, showing that I should have gone for a Psyshock before. Because, I mean, holy crap, that did a lot of damage. More so than Draco Meteor would have. He's going to just put in Fortress to absorb this Psyshock, which is going to suck. And I thought about finishing him off with HP Fire, but I thought maybe he would put on his Prediction Pants and switch out. But it turns out he just wants to fodder out Fortress at this point, which is not good for me because that means I take a pretty good amount of Life Orb damage. So right here, he's going to put in Nidoking. I'm going to switch into Scizor because I knew he was going to just make an obvious play and go for the Ice Beam. So I knew I could take that hit like a boss. But unfortunately he is going to stay in, so I overpredict, and this Pursuit does a fairly decent amount, but it's not going to do as much as I would have liked. So, you know, that sucks right there. So I decided to put in Kyurem as fodder so I can bring in Scizor to just Bullet Punch Revenge, because Bullet Punching and Revenge is awesome for me. So I do bring it back in Scizor. Just go for this Bullet Punch because it's easy to KO a Nidoking with Bullet Punch at that amount of health. He is going to put in Rotom, which is a smart move on his part. And unfortunately, I had gotten rid of my Rotom counter earlier on, which, yeah, you know, Kyurem was my Rotom counter because it could have taken all of the hits, but, you know, Kyurem got paralyzed because I was over-predicting. So he's going to switch into Porygon 2. Right here, I just decide to switch into Redemption, mostly because that's my only choice of it as of this point. So I go for this Draco Meteor, which is going to easily KO this Porygon 2 at that point in health, which is nice, but unfortunately, I can only do one more Life Orb attack, and then I'm done for, unfortunately. So I managed to KO the Gastrodon, but it's not going to be good enough, as he is going to win, because he still has Washroom. So good game. I'll leave a link in the description to his channel so you can go sub him if you really want to. It was a fun battle. We'll have our actual Frontier battle on Saturday, which reminds me I'm actually traveling for Thanksgiving, so you know I'll still have Wi-Fi in my travels, but if I might only be getting one battle up per day because it is Thanksgiving week, and I might be busy doing stuff, so pretty much I'll try and get a battle up per day, but I can't promise that I will. But I should be able to, so you just keep checking in, comment, like, and subscribe so you can see more of my videos. Not to mention the comments and the likes just really help my videos get noticed, basically. But yeah, go to his channel, sub him, because, you know, that's great. Always go sub a battler that beats me, because you should just do that. Anyways, but that is going to be all. I'm going to bid you peace, YouTube, and have a nice Thanksgiving.